Hey there, I am going to show you how to connect and understand the ABC integration. This is a map of current projects that this company, Chief Roofing, has on their portfolio. It includes a bunch of certainty warranties. So they already have put some pins on a map, which means there are categories here. They already have categories. This is important for understanding our integration with ABC. You can rearrange categories. We'll talk about that later. So the first thing I want you to understand is just simply how to connect with ABC. So when you log in, you're going to come down here to Integration Partners, not rocket science. You're going to choose this and click Learn More. From here, highly recommend you watching this video. It's the video I'm currently making. Got my ABC hat on and everything. So there are two things down here. If product is missing in our integration, you want us to add some synthetic roof that might not be on there that you noticed. All you do is click on this. It's going to open up a form. You fill it out and say, hey, Project Map It, could you consider adding this product? And we'll let you know if we can or not. There is a current product catalog. It shows you what we currently offer. The thing it doesn't have is we do have windows and doors. We just don't have it on this product catalog yet. It's a brand new integration, but I promise I'll update that. So let's just talk about connecting. We're going to go to Connect with ABC Supply. It's going to bring you to your ABC login. From here, we're going to log in. Do that, you're going to click verify, and you're basically going to say, yeah, Project Map It can access your My ABC account and get all those deliveries. So we're going to allow that access. Now it's going to bring you back to our Project Map It page, like you see here. Now you have the option. This is what you need to decide. Do I want to import the last 5 years of data? That's how far back we can go with ABC. Or maybe you're an existing customer of ours, or you just want to start from today moving forward. So you can click on this and you can choose, hey, I want to just start from today. Or you can say last 5 years. To be very clear, it's going to bring in the last 5 years worth of delivery data. And then on top of it, it's going to automatically update your map as you order more in the future. So the way our system works is I think it's every 3 or 6 hours. So you place an order with ABC between 3 and 6 hours, 24 at the latest, depending on how many people are using the integration at the time. But it's probably between 3 or 6 hours. It's going to bring that pin and place it on the map. So your map is consistently updated. You just got to order from ABC. All right, now I'm going to click Sync with ABC. There's going to be something, I think there's somewhere that says, hey, it's happening, but we're currently syncing ABC. It takes a while. So I'm going to push pause on this video, and I'm going to come back once it fully integrates. It'll probably take anywhere, depending on how many orders you have. You know, if you have 60, it's not going to take as long as if you have 5,000 orders. So it just depends, but we'll come back and talk about the next phase. All right, Project Map It just pulled in all of Chief Roofing ABC orders. All of their orders are now in. It went from 1,270 to 1,370 essentially. So it brought in 100 new orders that weren't previously on their map. Okay, so what happens is Project Map It, as it starts bringing in ABC orders, will recognize duplicate addresses. And if it recognizes a duplicate address, it's not going to add 2 pins to the same address. It's just going to attach any new categories that might be a part of that onto the pin. Now, the big thing here is I want you to understand how the categories work. This is what is important to know. You might be like, this company looks like they do a lot of certainty, right? Roofing. This is a roofing company. So maybe they ordered another brand here and there, but 99% of what they order or install is certainty products. Well, if they order 99%, when you connect to ABC, it's still going to bring in that 1% of other products. So if there's another brand, it'll bring that brand in. So the question is there a way to turn these categories off? And there is. You can turn off a top level category, or you can turn off the subcategories. So I could, like, if I didn't want to show Atlantic blue, because that's really no longer a color, it's now coastal blue, I could make this go disappear. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. Go into, on the left-hand side, categories. So as soon as your ABC order is done, the sync is done, this should be the very next step. All right, first thing you're going to learn and see is that anything with a toggle button on the right-hand side means that it's an ABC special category. In our company, we call it special categories, just to differentiate between a special category and something that doesn't have a toggle, but just an X. So this was a category that was manually put in through a spreadsheet import. So when it does, but when we integrated the ABC never brought in a certainty landmark TL. Okay. So another non-special category right here. So what happens is when it brings it in, it changes it to an ABC. These toggle buttons are what turns it on and off as far as what gets shown on the map. So let's just click on other services. It turns black, and when it turns black, you'll see the subcategories of this. So the top level category is other services. The subcategories are down here. I turned off siding. So if you look at the map, you notice siding is not here. But if you wanted, you can turn it back on. So you can turn things on and off anytime you want. So now it's on. So now if I go back to the map, you'll see sidings appearing. So the bottom line, the next step is to look through all of the categories that are brought in. And if you don't do a specific category much and you don't want to market it, you just turn it off. When you turn it off, the pin is still on the map. It just isn't displaying on that right-hand side of the map. It's not displaying here. Okay. Okay. The second part that I want you to understand is you can organize it any way you want by how the order it shows on the map. So if I wanted Grand Manor first, I just drag and drop it. So once you turn off all the categories, and again, I suggest like if you turn off a category, it turns gray, slide all the ones you turn off to the back end. Okay. So if I wanted Grand Manor first, I can put that first. Then it's Landmark, then it's Presidential Shake, then it's other services. So now when you go to the map, it's in the order that you want. Okay. So Grand Manor is first. So step 1, turn off any categories you don't want. Step 2, organize the categories you want. Step 3, just understanding. I can change the name of anything. And when the next order, like, so for example, if I wanted the word Atlantic blue to be Atlantic blue roof, right? Sorry. Roof. When ABC brings in the next Atlantic blue roof, it will still recognize this. So bottom line, you can change the name of anything and it's not going to interrupt the way that the incoming future orders appear. So it'll still bring it in and attach it as an Atlantic blue. Let me delete that so I don't screw them over. All right, when you have a lot of categories like this and you go to scrolling a whole lot, like there's a lot of scrolling, right? There's a search bar that you can put, I can search weathered wood roof and anything that's a weathered wood, max def weathered wood. There's the Landmark, there's the Grand Manor weathered wood, there's the Presidential Shake. So you can search anything through the search bar, which is really nice. But if you don't like this, I'm a fan of this, even with a lot of categories, because it gives the homeowner, somebody that goes to your website, the ability to see them all. But under map settings, under how your map will work, if you scroll down a little bit, you can say, in the filter options, I want to choose a collapsible filter. Anytime you choose an option in our settings, you have to scroll to the bottom and click update. So now what we just did is we made the filters collapsible. So now it's open and close. There's less scrolling. I want you to understand that this is the ABC integration, but you can add things that might not be part of the integration. So in categories, you can work with your Project Mapit customer success manager and send them reports like spreadsheets. We can format and upload any spreadsheets for you. You can manually add a new one. So let's say I'm a company that also does decking. In categories, I can just click this add a category and I can highlight. It always starts as new category, but just put, we do decking, enter. So there's decking, it's black. I can come down here and I can say, we do vinyl decking. We do all sorts of types of decking, right? The only difference, so you can add any categories you want. You can just tell the difference between an ABC category because it's a special category. You'll hear us say that a lot. Has the toggle, whereas a non-special category just has the X. So you can still manually add anything you want. We don't do a lot with commercial. Maybe you do commercial roofing or commercial siding or commercial landscaping, whatever commercial you do, right? You can do that. And then from there, you can add whatever commercial subcategories you'd want. So you can manually add anything you want. That can be manually like you saw I just did, or when we upload a spreadsheet with those categories attached to the spreadsheet, it would automatically add them. Just wanted to make sure you all understood that. I hope this tutorial helped. Have an awesome day.